Un año más estamos otra vez arriba del 70,000 Tons of Metal a la mitad del mar. Y esta vez nos toca entrevistar a nada más y nada menos a Chuck Billy de Testament. It's a great honor, a great pleasure to have you here, Chuck.
Thanks for having me.
And well, if it has been like 7 years since the very first cruise, and since the very beginning, and since Testament hasn't been here in the boat, how does it feel to be back here in the boat?
It's good. We've been looking forward to it. I've been trying to get back on 70,000 tons for a few years. And finally, we're here this year, and a lot of great bands here. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to it. The very first cruise, 70,000 tons. The rest of the band guys weren't sure if it was going to be fun or have a good time. And after the boat trip, everybody said, you know what, we had a really good time. So every time we've been offered a cruise, it's like, let's do it because it is fun. You know, you get to see the fans, and the fans are great with us. And just, it's a good cruise for the bands and the fans.
Yes, exactly. It's a party that everybody's enjoying. You see bands watching bands, fans doing things with the bands, and everybody having a good time. And it's once a year, and it's everybody's looking forward to these dates.
Yeah, I think, and it's just getting bigger. And I think the more people talk about it, especially this event is a world event. You know, fans from around the world come to this cruise. So at least they spread the word when they go home to get more people to come to this because it is a special thing. And I think everybody who does this cruise definitely says I'll be back because it's fun. I mean, music for almost 24 hours a day for 4 days. I mean, you know, metalhead and fans, you know, it doesn't get better than that.
Yes, exactly. And talking about the Brotherhood of the Snake, what a piece of album! It's a very, very nice piece of thrash metal. It's the probably one of the best, or the
It's the
best,
best.
the best album of the 2016. And how does it feel to be back on with a new album?
It feels great, you know. I mean, when we were working on this record, you know, we'd been working on the record a long time, and we wanted to get a record out in 2016, and we knew that we had to have a record recorded by June last year, or we wouldn't have a record out last year. So there was a lot of pressure on us, and the record wasn't finished when we went into the studio. But once we got into the studio and just really kind of just dove into it, knew we had to finish it all right there. I think everybody got really creative, and I think everybody played the best out of them because the record really came together in the studio. And then once I heard all the songs after, I was like, wow, this is really strong because it was just a bunch of parts, and it was like, man, I was nervous, like it's not finished, it's parts everywhere. And so when it was finally completed and all the songs made sense and all the songs were strong, we were like very happy that wow, man, all the stuff we went through to get this record, I don't want to do it again, but it was worth it to do it this time to get this record, especially nowadays. And a lot of bands in our thrash genre have came out with some really strong records. So Testament had to come out with strong records. So
For sure. And I think that you did it. I mean, it's the best album of the 2016. It's
thank you.
very powerful. All the songs has a very nice content. The music is outstanding, and the recording is like very, very unique. I mean, you listen to it, and you can listen to each of every one of the instruments and the voice and everything like putting together. It's a masterpiece, let's say.
Yeah, that was like a big thing, you know, making sure sonically everything sounded better than our last record. Andy Sneap mixed it again, and I think Andy did a great job. I think this is probably one of Andy's best mixes. I think sonically, when I listen to the record, because I don't like to listen to a lot of my own recordings, but this record, I could keep listening to it. I was like, wow, you know, because it felt sonically comfortable to my ear. And I could just keep playing it and going, it feels good and it sounds good. And you're right, I can hear everything, you know, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. So yeah, it is a great record.
After playing in 70,000 tons, is any plans for touring with a Brotherhood of the Snake, obviously?
Yeah, actually, after this, we're going to Japan at the end of the month. And then we start in April 6th in the U.S., Testament, Sepultura, and Prong tour. It's going to be a big tour for us. Sepultura's got a new record coming out as well, and Prong's always great. So it's going to be a great tour. We're looking forward to that. And we haven't done a, you know, we're really pumped on the headline tour for this one, you know, because the record is strong. And this record, I feel there's usually when you put out a new record, you play maybe 1 or 2 songs in the new show. This one, I feel like 5 or 6 or something. There's a lot of songs on this record that really feel strong live. So I'm looking forward to the headline tour to try to put more of that, because right now I think we have 3 songs in the set, but we want to add some more.
Excellent. Any plans to go to Mexico soon?
Well, that's we have plans. We're right now in the middle of negotiating a tour. July, August, September. Not sure exactly. We're still trying to pinpoint the dates, but we are going to be there. It's going to be, I believe, 2 shows in Mexico.
Awesome. Mexican metalheads loves Testament, and you know it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we don't get there enough. You know, is it the Hell in Heaven Festival?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was a great festival all the time, and we love to go to play that. So we haven't played that in a few years, so maybe this year we can play it. We get invited.
Excellent. Any special message do you want to give to metalheads around the world, metalheads in Mexico?
Just that, you know, Testament, we worked really hard on this record. We're very proud of it, and we love Mexico. We love coming down there. The fans are very passionate for this style of music, and they've shown Testament a lot of love over many years. So our time to send it back, the love of Brotherhood of the Snake. We're going to come with a new show, and, you know, I think we're going to have a fun year touring this year.
Perfect. Well, Chuck, thank you very much for your time, and keep enjoying the boat, the party, and the whole festival with these 70,000 tons of metal.
Cheers. Yeah.
Nos vemos, metaleros. Seguimos en contacto.
Prophecy is